Shalom, family. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. It's a damn shame that I don't have an introduction. I'm gonna seriously have to work on some kind of musical introduction, a verbal introduction. I mean, I, I have a tendency to jump right in, so that's what we're gonna do tonight. Jump right in. You know, a few years back they said that I had a prosecutorial mindset. Now they say, some 8 years later, give or take, that I have a dictator's mindset. On both counts, they would be wrong. We view things as we want to view them. We view them as we want to view them. I don't have a dictator's mindset. I have the mindset of an entity who has a certain capacity, who has watched you in exasperation as you dig your own graves deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. You are no longer, who knows that you are no longer in control of yourselves. You kind of just doing stuff, doing the will of hell here on earth. Here on earth. Who couldn't see any of this coming? I mean, if you keep down the same pathway of murder and mayhem and graft, then eventually something rises up. Something stands up. At some point, it must stop. Life isn't free. You don't create life. You only take it. Let me say that again. You don't create life. You only take it. And this is from the beginning. Now you take it at will, like it's nothing. And please don't refrain from saying that God told you anything. God told none of you anything, else I would know. He told you nothing. If it's outside of the scope of what I'm saying, he most definitely hasn't told you it. But then, who is your God? So retract the last statement. Maybe their God did tell them something. My God would not tell them anything outside of scope. Okay? It's funny. I passed a sign that said, "Don't fear. God, God got us." And he does. There's no need to fear. God got you. If you say he got you, he got you. Okay? End of discussion. But back to what I was saying. This dictator, no, exasperation. Exasperation at watching a species act in futility, watch a species destroy itself. Continuous war. I mean, it's not, honestly, it's not just a continuous war. It's the idea that to survive, they must make war. They have to at this point, okay? In no way will any of the Western powers survive without making war because their systems are, are built off the exploitation of other countries' peoples and resources. Have been for 200 years, at least in this country, 200 years strong. Easy. Easy 200. Maybe 202, even 203. They've been doing it a long time. So they built their own system off of someone else's resources without realizing sooner or later they're going to want their own resources. And you said out loud, as if no one is listening, that Africa, for instance, can never be allowed to develop. So your intentions are quite clear. We will keep you and your citizens poor even though you have the very thing you need to develop to your wildest dreams. You have the oil, you have the platinum, you have the gold. Shit, you even have the cocoa. Shit, you even got the coffee. What the hell don't you have? So they will come. They always have. They always have. And some, like I said before, some things are just cultural. But what is culture in this country? This country has no culture. So it's not indicative of a culture. They have none. This country has no culture. It's made up of a multitude of different cultures. And because of that, it has never developed its own. Therefore, it doesn't have a cultural food. It doesn't even have a cultural tongue, song, dance, dress. How bland. But it's truth. America has no culture. It never did. They have, what's the word I'm looking for? And what's that term? Damn it, damn it, damn it. It fails me now. I can't think of it. Damn it. Not soap culture. Pop culture. Pop culture. I used to struggle with understanding what that word meant. Pop culture. I thought they meant pop music. No, really, it's more like it sounds. It pops up and then it goes the fuck away. They ride the wave. It looks like it could be turned cultural, and but then, like any wave, it goes away. It recedes right back into the ocean. The same, the very same position that it started out as. That's its nature. So that's not even culture. Pop stars, again, they come and go. We either murder them, yeah, we sometimes murder them, or they drug overdose, or they do other shit. Very few of them, strangely enough, will make it to old age. Hardly any of them die from, elder care, excuse me, or geriatric issues. Why is that? Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. This dictator, no, no, absolutely not. A prosecutorial mindset, well, yeah, I was kind of forced into habit of when you know, anyway, that's neither here or there. There's nothing dictator about this. What is dictatorial about wanting what's right? What's dictatorial? What you mean is or else. No, no, it's not or else. It is choose. There is no or else. It's left hand, right hand, light, darkness, righteous, evil, good, sin. There is no or else. There is no or else. There are a multitude of sinners. I mean, in this country alone, if I may be frank, it's at least 300 million. That's a little steep. That's a little out of line, Mr. Ball. Okay, then, okay, 312. 312. If you count the residents and everybody here who, man, pretty much in the face of reality insist on being and thinking who they are. And I'm talking about the physical aspect of it. We both know that there's multiple aspects of it: physical, spiritual, metaphysical, political, but the physical aspect of it. Oh, okay. So someone says that we should separate. We should separate. Choices have been made. Choices have obviously been made. There is no more confusion. There's no confusion here. I mean, I don't know how anyone would be possibly confused as to what's going on here. We made the offer. We made the challenge. No other God showed up. Not that I am God. Don't get it twisted. No other God showed up. No other entity showed up. None of the fallen showed up. None of what you believed in showed up to challenge. This is a factual statement. None of them showed up to challenge. Not one. So when they didn't show up, we went where they at. Talked about them like dogs, basically. I mean, all of the fallen we talked about like dogs. Every other god we talked about like dogs. We talked about Baal like a dog, Baphomet like a dog, Mullet like a dog, Phoenix like a dog. We don't give a damn. Like a dog, a dog, a dog, a dog. Bow wow. None of them showed up. Not even an insult. Not even in insult did they show up. So anything that's still believing in there, out believing in that bullshit outside of a stark raving lunatic would be remiss not to hear the words out my mouth. You would be, I mean, it would behoove you to listen. You're a stark raving lunatic. And if not that, you're going down with the ship, which is honorable. I said this once before. At this juncture of the game, good and evil carry the same weight. This is only heads and tails here, and they finally get to meet. Tails been talking shit to the head side of the coin. The head side of the coin having talking shit back. This time, it, all this shit talking ends. All the shit talking ends. It is an honorable decision either way. Man, I feel like I am in digression again. Listen, choices are honorable. You were given all of the information that you possibly needed. God even brought you one hell of a messenger. In fact, God brought you the lamb. It's funny I would have never said these are things just last year, but we're in a hurry now. We're going to remove any more doubt. Any more doubt. Okay? So whatever you say or you do in the face of the reality of the lamb, it is what it is. The lamb has never called you evil. Not you per se. Let me say this again. Choices are honorable. Once one is given all of the Bible information to make a educated decision, shall we say, then that decision should be respected. And we respect it. We respect it. See, we don't see a problem here. You see a problem here. The people who would follow me hardly think of me as someone who is being a dictator. No, they see me as someone who finally showed up to deal with what, I mean, obviously is wrong and evil and sinful by their standard. Not yours, but your standard is as good as theirs as far as I am concerned. I'm a warrior as far as I'm concerned. So when we had a debate back in 1516 that there is no God, there is no heaven and hell, what did we do? We done nothing. We got up and walked away from the table. You should have known then that you won that argument. No one said that Patricia or Larry or that Kevin is evil because we don't care along those lines. We simply don't care. We simply want you to choose. We don't care. If you say that evil is right is wrong and wrong is right and black is white and darkness is light, then you're right. Why are we having this discussion and why would you even be uh, interested? And that's the wrong word. I shouldn't have smoked that joint maybe, but that's been an hour ago. The shit ain't that powerful. No, that's just my brain not acting properly right now. It's misfiring. It's misfiring. But the dictatorship thing, why would you be, as someone who have chosen the dark side, give a rat's ass about my style of leadership? I'm not trying to lead you. I'm not trying to lead you. Okay? I'm not trying to lead you. I'm not trying to reach you. I'm not trying to make you understand. I'm not trying to convert you. I mean, where, I'm confused. I can't see your foundation. You standing somewhere, but I can't see where. Where did this come from? You have, listen, you have your own God, okay? You have your own beliefs. I'm not talking to you. I'm sure that I can see it now. If you on the other side, then hell yeah, I sound like a dictator. Shit. Either I get down with the God Bible told him thing. I mean, he gonna smash me to death. Well, but that's still overblown. That's still overblown. No, that's not how it works. Choice is choice. The choices are equal. I'm gonna tell you this again. For all practical purposes, the choice you make is equal to the choice the other man made because we respect your idea and understandings and your perspective of life. Okay? But that's where it ends. You don't even have to label this shit, actually. But my point is, no one's trying to lead you. No one's trying to pull your God away from you or your God or you away from your God or your belief system or anything else like that. We don't care. Are we the last ones on earth that don't get? No, no, we're not. No, we're not. You know what? I was wrong about something. I just had an epiphany. A couple of years ago, I made this statement and I said it in half anger. Am I the only person in the world left that knows how not to give a damn? I mean, really? You don't know how not to give a damn? And I had to define it. I don't give the situation 15 seconds of fucking thought in my mind. And if it gains 10 seconds, it's relegated to the end of the line, which is very long in terms of thoughts. It could take it ever. It could take it a while to even come back around. That's what I mean by don't give a damn. I'm not gonna care how it moves, what color it is, what time it gets up. I don't care. That's what I learned. But I thought I was the only one. But then someone said, when did we all stop giving a fuck? Lady, no, you missed it. They don't give a fuck about you. Okay? They give a fuck about something, just not you. And they outnumber you, so it looks like nobody gives a fuck. Now, overwhelmingly, the not give a fuckers, they do have the numbers. Overwhelmingly, I'm talking about 7-3. Them some overwhelming ass numbers. Like I told the soldiers, though, that means I'm gonna need each one of them. I asked them a question. We outnumbered 7-3. That means I'm gonna need each one of you to kill 2.5, 3.7 of the enemy. This one swears he can kill 5. So we ready to roll. You have the numbers. The lines are drawn, like in concrete. That's already cured. That line ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. And God do got y'all back. Those who still believe. If they don't believe, ain't that some crazy shit? They hear this voice, and their God never talks back. They talk back to each other, but no God talks to them. Nothing of any real power says one freaking word, and they still think anything I ascribe to their thinking would be pure speculation. I'm not going to do that. I don't know them like that. I don't know them like that, and it would just be speculation and rhetoric and propaganda, because I don't know them like that. Don't. And I wish that they would stop acting as if they know me like that. You don't know me like that. You don't want to know me like that. You don't want to hear me like that. And you don't want to see me like that. Yet you have a fucking opinion as to my leadership style. And that's what it is. It is an opinion on my leadership style. It's not a leadership style. No, it's a motherfucker who's simply tired, who have lived over and over and over and over and over. How many times do 15 go into 5,000 years? At least, whatever that damn number is, okay? And over and over and over. And watch man do the same stupid shit that brings us to this current point. Would you like a historical, like for me to give you some historical context, starting to say somewhere around the Byzantine Empire, Constantinople, and moving forward? Not the New Age Constantinople, but the old Constantinople, when they was riding horses and chunking spears and doing stupid shit like catapulting bodies over the world's first biological fucking attack. Boy, out of the minds comes some evil shit. Listen, that was a king. That was a king who made a fatal mistake. He marched his dumb ass into war. He overcalculated. He figured he could cover so much ground during so much time. However, he was wrong, and his soldiers had got caught in the dead of winter on the outside of a very well fortressed kingdom. Tall ass walls. Tall. Now, before the fight even started, he had already lost 25 fucking percent of his men due to the elements, freezing them, not just freezing them, but keeping them sick. Pneumonia and flu are killing their ass like they are the enemy. Moving forward, they get closer and they finally see the wall. The king looks back and his men, goddamn, is that all left? And they steady falling like flies. Guess what? Because they side by side, marching side by side, coughing and sneezing, spraying all that shit in each other's faces. They hadn't thought about masks back in them days. So at this point, at a 70 fucking percent loss rate due to disease and frostbite, extreme frostbite, guess what this bastard started doing outside of accepting his defeat at his own hands? Guess what he started doing? Catapulting the dead bodies over the wall. And I'm laughing because I can see the other citizens behind the wall, and here comes a whole man, a whole dead man, flying over the goddamn wall. I mean, he was trying to spread the sickness. You see the evil of men? No one had fucking attacked him. No, this was a war of fucking conquest. One of one kingdom is gonna expand itself. And then Mother Nature had other ideas and tried to wipe their ass out. And his ass anyway, I'm so far off the beaten path. Goodness gracious. I am not a dictator. I am a leader. I believe in logic. I believe in careful fucking analysis. I believe in watching every freaking move, and what I can't watch, I feel, and what I can't feel, I breathe, and what I can't breathe, I hear. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? I am not you. I'm not even my people. I'm not even the ones who love me. I am he who sits at the right hand. God, I was so scared of telling these people stuff like this. For 3 years, I was terrified. I'm glad you took that from me, because now we have no time. This is what you're dealing with. This is what you're dealing with. I have no desire to love that which does not love me, or to require love of that which does not love me at all. Zero. I respect one's choices. Period. You would never hear me to go after, say, sexual orientation. Why do you think I don't? Because I don't give a fuck. That's your choice. Okay? For me, Sin is, man, just make a choice, man. See, I don't even want to call what you engage in sin. That's respect because you don't think it is. And so I'm going to respect that shit. I'm not going to say that motherfucker right there is wicked and evil. You ain't never heard me do it yet. It could come to that though. But as of yet, I haven't done that. Not even, not by race and not by culture and not by individual and not by sexual orientation. Again, because I don't care. And I feel like I am the last person on earth that means that shit. I don't care. It carries absolutely no weight. None. Zero. It doesn't arouse a emotional state within me. It's sort of just there. It's just there. It is accepted as being there. But again, I digress. I'm sure those who love me would not think of me as a dictator. I think your ass is on the fence. This what this what it's starting to look like. You on the fence and you make it look like, oh Lord, if I just no, ask them, do they feel free? Not only do they feel free, but they feel 3 times as safer than they did yesterday. Why? Well, they've been covered in the blood of Jesus, as they would say. They've been covered in that blood. They believe in that blood. Okay? And the stronger the belief, what you call faith, which you don't have, I don't even, man, you know what? I'm sorry, but I don't even believe in your belief. I don't even believe in your belief. I don't. I try. I try to understand why you believe in shit that doesn't help you. I try to understand why you believe in people and things and systems and institutions and authorities that don't advance you. I tried, I try, I try, but I can't because it's devoid of logic. It is irrational. Your shit don't talk back to you. They shit talk back to them. They're hearing me right now. They're hearing me right now. Now, true to form, listen, I'm even bolder now because I want you to understand something. I want you to understand something. This is a hell of a jump for me, a hell of a leap. It was always there. I always could have taken this leap, okay? Always. But I had to have I'm a coward at some things. And so I needed backup. When I say backup, I needed legal backup. I needed witnesses. So I was smart. I said this, just in case I might be blaspheming. I said that I will never tell them my name. Was my plan to get out of possible blasphemy against the Jesus and the Lord God himself. I say, well, I'm gonna make them tell me who I am. And they did. So now I got 1,000,000 witnesses. So when God shows up on a judgment day, or either I show up and say, man, you've been walking around there down there all that time telling these people here that you that dude. Now what am I to do about that? I want to say people speak. We was all wrong about 1,000,000s. Turns out, turns out that you wasn't. Well, that's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. It's too late to turn this ship around. And the people on this ship are on it by fucking choice. No one drags them on. No one kicks them off either. This is a tight ship. It's so tight that it hurt. This ship is running with pain, suffering, misery, memory. You have a baggage. It's one hell of a ship. I don't know how the motherfucker floats. I don't. There ain't nothing on it, but anyway, people that is already have been put upon, already have felt the sting of the world and recognized it as being stung. You don't recognize that you have been stung. Maybe it's the poison. Maybe it's made you delirious. You have been stung. and you keep walking around like you are impervious to the poison. But in reality, the poison is so fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Potent, that it has fully taken you over. No one's going to ever convince you that you're wrong, even though you're dead. I'm sorry, but I got to do this here. It's the Sabbath, and we are already there anyway. Your dead God never speaks to you. Neither do your fallen angels. Like I seen a young lady with the word of Azuzel tattooed from her earlobe down her neck, and I said to her, lady, you might want to cover that up. There are things out here now that will hurt you. You would think it's a robbery. You would think they're trying to snatch your fucking purse. No, they're really there to break your neck. Cover that shit up. She was a young lady, didn't understand how serious the game is. Didn't understand how serious this shit is. It is serious. It's dead. It's serious. Okay? But I'm in no way to try to convert you or to say that you're wrong or right. You're right. But we right too. And that's why there's war. Two people can't be right. There will be war. So one or the other will be beaten into understanding the other's position here. I mean, this is how this shit goes. I mean, at some point, it's not even about right and wrong. It's about right and right. That makes sense? It's about right and right. Okay? That's why there will be war. These are not obvious wrongs here. These are individual, indisputable claims to what is the truth, what is right, what is good. There is a dispute, not about right and wrong. We know what right and wrong is. This is about right versus another version of right. It's like Israel and Israel. Sorry, Israel, I had to toss that in there. But I'm coming at you strong soon. But that's what it is. No one's trying to convert your asses into anything. If you can't believe what your own eyes see and your belief is stronger than the actual reality around you, and by this time, I'm sure that you've done everything from rituals to burn candles, to pray, to group pray, and none of that shit work. So that means that you are in the ultimate denial. That means you're crazy. That means you're crazy. Or that means you have no choice, which means that you live in fear of others who believe in what you do, even though you shouldn't be fucking believing in it. And if you get out of line, then they may do something like put you somewhere. If you know what I mean. And I'm sure you do. I'm sure you know exactly what I mean. Now, I've kept you more than 30 minutes. Give me 5 more because I want to wrap it up early. Okay? Listen, you hardly ever hear me use the word hate. I think I probably used that word 3 times, hate, and it was only in a generalized biblical term, and 3 times in 15 to 20 years. I don't have an emotional state. Like, let me explain this to you. I think of it from this perspective, okay? I don't exist. Let me see if I can help you out here. But I don't exist. Hold that thought. Meaning, I don't have a personality. I don't have an emotional state. I don't have a fucking opinion. I don't possess the free will to have such things. I don't have the right to have such things. You do. I represent, and that's the operative term here, I represent a greater authority that have armed me and authorized me to do what I do. Okay? I myself have no real dog in this fight when you look at it like that. I hate whatever God hates. So if God hates you, you don't have to ask me if I hate you. Come on now. Why would you put me in that position, in that flesh ass position? When I'm operating in the spiritual and the flesh, you want to trap me over here in the flesh. No, if God hates you, then yeah, I do. If God specified you as the receiver of love and peace, then I'm going to do that too. If he has singled you out anywhere in the Bible as the enemy, then you are the enemy, be it the enemy of his word, enemy of his light, enemy of his people, or anything else. Is not going to really matter. His countenance and his understanding and his calculations reign supreme. Reign supreme. Are you getting it? Over me. Supreme, way up there. I mean, I'm not like Satan. I mean, if you see me and if you could see me with wings, when I talk to God, my shit is bent as far back and behind I try to make them disappear. Okay? I try to make myself small. But that's me. And you should too. But listen, I don't exist like that. I I exist instead of something else. Don't put those two words instead. No, instead. Rather, rather. Do I have to even explain that? Damn. Instead. Instead means rather him standing here, I'm standing here. Instead. Are you getting it now? Grasshopper. Grasshopper, get it. I am standing for him in his stead, authorized to do what I do, and empowered beyond man's power to do what I do. Do it look like I would be armed to blow a world away with the wind without it being possibly necessary? Do it look like I would be empowered to flood an entire city without the understanding that it may be possibly necessary? I'm not armed to fight you. I'm armed to fight what I fight, and a whole lot. That be these people over here that's not too sure of their own fucking position anymore. Because you're not. You're not. You ain't big and you ain't bad, and you coming to this understanding. You are. You come into this understanding, not physically, but spiritually, no matter where you came from. No matter when you died either. You got common sense. You see what you see, and you hear what you see. Has anyone stopped anything? The short answer is no, neither living or dead. Maybe because it can be done. Maybe because it's impossible. Maybe because the prophecy must unfold. And you still haven't understood how this is put together. I asked a question a few nights ago, what are you? I didn't listen. What are you? At its essence, you don't know. You really don't know. Absolutely, you don't know. You never know. That which overtakes you now doesn't know. It doesn't know because you didn't know. And if you didn't know, then it can't possibly know. It can't. It's sort of like how God hid me from you. You know how God hid me from you? Hid me in freaking plain sight. He hid me from myself. If I don't know myself, if I can't see myself, if I can't reflect myself, then there is no me. Okay? It's just that guy walking down the street, driving down the street, buying some coffee and a fucking pack of cigarettes. See? He hid me from me. And then he woke my ass up and say, hey, it's pretty much time to go. It's go time. So now here we are on go time. Okay, you don't even want to. At this point, I'm I'm speaking to you, and I keep calling you enemy because that's the proper term. Be, because of this fight over right versus right. Okay, this is this is what will lead to millions of dead, millions, millions. Okay, it's not to be taken lightly. It ain't to be treated lightly, or even fucking approached and thought about lightly. Millions of lives hang in the balance. In the balance, whether you see it or not. We see it. We see it. And they've been programmed to watch it happen. They've been programmed to watch. Man, listen here. It's not their fault, but it is what it is. They are truly sheep. They are sheep. They cannot help themselves. In a discussion, there is nothing that they can do against the wolf that they face now. This wolf has masqueraded as a lion. I mean, the Bible even called him, he acts like a raging lion. And I got pissed off when I no, just a mangy, angry ass wolf. Too big to be stopped and empowered by his own freaking authority, which ain't authority at all. It is dominance, not authority. Dominance. Let me say this again. It's not authority. It is dominance. He's bigger than you, older than you, and that's what makes him dangerous. Not wise. He's only wise because he's old, not because he's smart, not because he's read books. No, he's wise because he's watched you live and die, live and die, live and die, and his poor sorry ass can never even face death. So he's forced to watch your life cycle as you go through happiness, sadness, lonesomeness, excitement, and love and pain, and this fucker can't experience any of it. Any of it, not even if he tried. He couldn't if he tried. So, of course, you are the problem. I am the problem. You the problem. He the problem. God the problem. We all are the problem. And both sides are right. When both sides are right, we start to kill each other. But you don't want to be enemies. You don't even want to be called enemies. You want to be seen as something quasi, okay? And I don't know what you are. I don't know what you are. You say that you have a right to life and you have a right to exist. Touche. So do they. And I'm not here to argue the point because there's no reason to. The argument is over. The argument fundamentally is over. You won the argument. Look at America. Look at the world. Well, it's because you won the argument. We got flabbergasted. We couldn't convince you that they're of any moral found, foundation or fiber. It was all relevant. You made everything relevant. So it's relevant now. You're right. You said you were right then. You have proved that you have the power to project your righteousness. So we have to respect that. I don't think of you as evil or wrong. I simply don't care. You are slated to kill me, or I'm slated to kill you. This is our fate. This is our fate. You do understand this, right? And if this is uncomfortable, it should be. I get it. It's uncomfortable because no one likes to kill. No one likes the thought of just, you know what, I'm going to just have to kill this guy. Or I'm going not if you're normal, but this is our fate. This is our fate. Millions of you will die, and millions of us will die. God says that a lot of us are going to perish in the crossfire, but all of you are going to perish in the crossfire. This is how it is written. This how, and wait, I've wasted time. Here's what you should fear. Out of the three, I mean, out of that equation of being outnumbered, 7-3, here's what you should fear the most. Do you know that these people believe some crazy shit? They believe that they cannot die. Yeah, every believer over here believes that they cannot die, that they are guaranteed everlasting life. They also believe that, now here's the most wackiest of all, that if they try to give their life, that they will keep their life. They think weird like that, man. Weird. They think that there's a heaven that even if their body falls, they just go right up there and meet God, and God look at their chest and say, how many stones or acorns you got? Lord, I only got one. Good work. Not much sin. You go that way. And they believe this. See, it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. It only matters what they believe. And what they believe will drive them into battle like a storm. Like a storm. Enjoy the rest of your night. But please, I'm not a dictator. I've never put myself off like that. I would never do that. I respect your free will. No, I'm more like he is. I don't listen. God could snap his fingers and you would just fall in love with him. You would just be in complete adoration. You'd be head over heels. It really is that easy to get this out of you. All he has to do is say, I want them to love me by command. And there you go. Building new churches everywhere. Everybody is wearing purples, crimson, gold, and goddamn crosses. Okay? But that's not how we want it. No, we want you to choose. See? We want you to see that he is worthy of your love, worthy of your faith, worthy of your trust. Else we just make you do it, like I wanted to do. I told God, I said this a few days ago, give me 3 damn weeks. I'll have a multitude of them beating down your door. It'd be conversions everywhere. You couldn't answer prayers fast enough if you just bat your eyes for 3 weeks. And God told me no, because it wouldn't be you loving him. It would be you fearing me. And that ain't the same. That ain't the same. That ain't real love. And it'll soon fade. Fear, love gained that way, it leaves too much flesh on the bone. It leaves too much flesh on the bone. You have to choose the shit. Not force it on you. Not force it on you. So I'm not here to dictate anything to anyone. I don't care like that. I care about those people and those people. Must I stress this over and over and over and over? I care about those people and those people. And we're interested in souls. I don't give a fuck, man. Listen, you're going to make me curse on the Sabbath. I don't care. If it's not written, then trust me. I don't care. I can't. I can't. I have very little wiggle room when it comes to certain things. Oh, I have personal wiggle room. Personal, but that ain't the same. The prophecy in God's written word will be done. Okay? We have chosen to be at odds. We have chosen to be in dispute over righteousness, over what is righteousness. We don't understand your freaking position because it's built on nothing. except flesh and desire and a need to resist the obvious, whatever that need is. But as far as us, meaning we, meaning source, trying to dictate anything to anyone, we don't care about you enough to do that. I hate to be the one to tell you, boo boo. We don't care about you enough to do that. You're like a fly on the wall. For what purpose would we do that? When you have free will, you have choice. You have a 6-pound brain inside your head that's fully capable of making a rational, logical, and may I say spiritual decision and then sticking to it. The problem is you don't believe your own shit anymore because you can't. Truth has crashed into it. You can't believe it and you in some struggle. Deal with your struggle. Meet you on the other side. I am Source. I am 7. I'm 1.